Hello, friends and family, and welcome back to Day 3 of the 2023 MVP Open, presented by OTB Discs. Coverage brought to you by Ace Run Pro, and this is our last playoff event of the season. My name is Holly Finley.
And I am Raven Klein. Lucky for thee, we have brought you round 3. We are still in Leicester, Massachusetts, as Holly said, for our playoff event, second of the season and last. We will be following our chase card through Maple Hill today. One of my favorite courses on tour, a Christmas tree farm. This actually, where they just showed, is one of my favorite parts because it smells amazing. My favorite. A little bit of wind today.
Oh, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Starting off the card, we have Anniken Steen, and currently she is third in C1X putts at 89%. Next, my co-host here, Holly Finley, who is currently fourth in birdies at 22%.
Oh, next up we have Henna Blomroos, second in parked at 8%. I was trying to figure out what hole we were on there. And rounding out the card, Lisa Fajkus, first in C2 putts at 50%. I actually nicknamed her Long Putt Lisa about 6 years ago. Not surprising to see that stat. Here we are, hole 1, a par 4, 695 feet. If you have the distance, you can go straight across, hopefully land on this dirt road. Otherwise, a more conservative, safe shot is going to hyzer out to the left of the pond. Your second shot can try to be aggressive and get right inside the green, but we haven't seen a lot of that. Most players are laying up short of the green, taking a soft bid at a birdie putt. More than likely, everyone's just happy to have a par in this type of wind. Up to 30-mile-an-hour gusts today.
Yes. Whew. Anniken flying low over the water, but clears it. Nice shot. It was almost like a slightly aggressive conservative play. With the amount of wind that was happening on hole 1 today, players who normally go over were, a lot of them playing more safe, more conservative to that left side.
Henna has plenty of distance in the tank. She is safe over the pond. Lisa with a nice safe shot, and she is inbounds on the left side of the pond. First up, Lisa. She has about 380 into the front of the green.
Another nice approach shot there from you. Oh.
Unfortunate error for Henna here. Just going to allow Anniken to go and reset.
Anniken in a great position off the drive. She still leaves her approach a little bit short. Probably not quite close enough for a putt.
This is Lisa's third shot. And she has hyzered out of bounds on the left side, right by the basket.
Henna with a standstill fourth shot puts herself in the circle, and she'll have a putt for bogey.
Anniken just misfires a bit and hits the rocks in front of the basket. That's going to be a long putt for par. Laying it up for an easy par. Anniken a little low with that bid.
Lisa Fajkus in for the bogey.
We weren't sure what spot to give Lisa because we couldn't see exactly where it went out. And I'm glad to see that we gave her the proper spot after we could see it from the catch cam coverage.
Yeah.
Henna in for bogey here on the first.
Easy par for you, and a bogey for Anniken as well. There were no birdies on this hole today, not surprising, but less than 50% of the field took a par.
Oh my.
So, par gain strokes. Nice. Hole 2, par 3, 264 feet. We have OB along the right side, and today we played the short left pin. So actually where a lot of players might have been landing, approaching the deeper pin on day 1 and 2, could be an ace today. I think it's interesting with this rock wall here, even though the basket's shorter, you know, people still end up adjusting even though they could throw the same shot.
Star Roadrunner. Didn't quite get the angle that I needed, but I cut through the center trees and I've got a putt for birdie from about 25 feet. Anniken up next. Bit of a lower line. It's centered and she lands short of the wall. She'll have a birdie putt uphill.
Henna with a very straight shot along the right side. She does clear the rock wall, and she'll be putting for birdie inside the circle.
That was a perfect shot for both baskets.
Yeah. Lisa keeps her drive low, leaks into the left side trees, and she'll probably have some muddy footing for a birdie bid.
Anniken for birdie. And she'll settle for a drop-in par. Lisa decides to take casual relief at the first available, which was approved by our course marshal walking with our group.
Nice birdie putt.
Henna for birdie. Just a bit low.
Fajkus in for the par. And Anniken in for the par. Unfortunate to miss that birdie putt there, but Henna will also card a par on the second. Holly, the only one under par for the round. Very nice.
Maybe I need to save one for the next drive.
Time delay, dude. That's a courtesy violation.
That's a stroke. You're down by 3 now, potty man. What?
That looks familiar, like me and my cousins back in the day. All right, hole 3, par 3, 319 feet. Today we are playing the basket on the right side, short. I have trouble with this hole all week, but in practice it was great. I'm trying to throw straight over this stump, but I keep turning over the angle a little too much. I find a flex shot in my mind would be the ideal shot, but I haven't executed it yet. Trying out the same Star Roadrunner from the previous hole. It hits that angle and just continues to hold it all the way down the hill, but looks like I got a kickback. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I was fortunate.
This one is interesting because of the clump of trees on the right side, directly off the tee pad. Your eyes and your brain tell you you need to push something and turn it over, but you can throw a lot of discs flat down the middle if you can trust the stability.
This is a beautiful shot from Henna.
Seemed like it was good.
Oh, Fajkus around the outside.
Round the outside, round the outside.
Incredible shot. Lisa has a birdie putt.
Anniken did catch a tree, but is not in bad position. She does, however, overthrow her approach shot, and that's going to be a difficult putt for par.
I don't really have a good line for a legit putt, so I decide to lay it up for par.
Yeah, a lot of putts today. The difficulty is not going to be from distance necessarily, but just because of the wind. Oh.
Anniken catches left side cage, takes an edge and rolls down the hill into circle 3. She pitches up successfully to the bullseye. Henna for birdie from circle's edge.
Oh, another cage. 2 in a row for Henna.
Just a bit low. I don't know if she's aiming a bit softer and lower due to the wind in her face. Hopefully she can get a birdie putt going here soon. Lisa Fajkus for birdie. Oh.
Yeah. She had the long...
Oh, you're right. I missed it. Anniken will take a double here on hole 3. I'll settle for the par.
There's only one birdie on the hole today.
Who was it?
Kristen Tatar.
KT.
Hole 4, par 3, 246 feet. It is a downhill slope the entire way, but of course elevated pin with water behind to make it fun. There's a straight line. See a lot of players flip up a forehand that just goes straight down the gap, or the right side does leave you with a maybe stable putter, slower disc kind of hyzer shot. A little bit harder to get all the way down to the basket. There is a Mando tree on the right side, so you can't go completely wide. But a lot of players, if you're not within that, 40-foot lineup, this is a layup for 3.
Decide to take the right side gap
That's
instead
beautiful.
of the straight shot.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, did you go straight yesterday?
I did.
Yeah.
And I use a premium mid, and it's just too windy. I'm afraid it would have glided straight into the water, even if I threw it low.
Yeah. Henna goes straight down the gut and has a nice shot.
Lisa takes the right side gap with an overstable disc, and it is hyzering back, and she has a birdie putt.
I love the height that she gave that. Oh, Anniken hits that first tree on the right side. Now lining up just a forehand hyzer. Gets good distance on that shot, but that will still be a very difficult par save if she goes for it.
It was smart just to lay it up.
Yeah.
Take a bogey and on to the next.
Henna for birdie. Giving that a little bit of a bid, but safe, and she'll have a tap-in par.
Fajkus for birdie.
Oh.
Off the top band. We saw Lisa make a very long putt here the other day.
Yeah, I love the commitment on it.
Anniken in for bogey from 18 feet.
Holly for birdie. Right side chain. Dang it.
Henna makes good for the par. Lisa in for the par. And I'll drop in the par as well. Hole 5, a par 3, 262 feet, 2 lanes. You've got the aggressive over the water route, which the drone is flying, and obviously the prettiest route of all, or the safest, more conservative route over on the right side through the woods, and it's not as wooded as it used to be. You can even skip up and park it if you get a nice disc with a good flare skip at the finish, and I've seen an air shot get there a time or two. However, I prefer the right side, especially with this type of wind. We'll see who's brave enough to go over the water today. And first up, it is not me. I'm not going over the water. Tried it in practice.
I thought you were saying first up was not you. I was like, that was very clearly you,
Yeah.
Holly.
Not me going over the water.
Henna also takes the outer right side gap, but she hits a tree about halfway down. Lisa following with that outer right line, but catches a tree on the right side.
Anniken, a lefty, going over the water.
Yes.
And
Come
it's
on.
low, it's dropping.
Oh no.
And she lands short. She is out of bounds. She'll have to proceed to the drop zone. Looks like she's taking a Buzz SS just to get it safe, and that is not going to be a very nice putt.
No.
Lisa looking to get it into the green,
Ooh.
save a par. Very nice.
That was beautiful.
She wove that through the trees. Henna with a nice chip hyzer.
You were in a nice position. Had a lane to the basket. That's
It's a good opening.
like a little treat.
It was a treat. Anniken decides she doesn't want any taste of that putt, and she lays up. It was a smart play.
Yeah.
Fajkus in for par.
Oh yeah, I just love how
You can't see the
committed
flag.
she is. Yeah, you can hear it though.
It's windy. Now you can see it.
Henna in for the par.
Anniken will take a 5 here on hole 5.
A lovely par putt.
Thank you. Not me, though.
No, not you. Whoever that is. Welcome back. We have hole 6, par 3, 315 feet. There is water on the left side, and then the right side is lined by this rock wall and OB. A straight shot to the basket is obviously the most ideal, but a very common play is maybe a mid or fairway that's going to get you down to the left side fairway. It'll slide you down, and you'll have about an edge of circle putt. Straight is great here, but there's a tree that will kick you OB possibly. Ho, ho, ho.
Just trying to make sure I do not overturn it and go over the rock wall. So I've landed about 50 feet away on the downslope left. And Henna goes with a hyzer shot, and she lands just in front of me about 10 feet. And Lisa kicks a tree, and she has landed in the canoe.
Seriously?
Can you believe that?
Have you been waiting to say that?
You know I have.
That was really good. I was just about to say, I was like, oh, it looked like she skipped OB. She did not. Can you believe that? Where's the canoe graphic?
Anniken's second shot. She sneaks it up the main fairway. She'll have a 40-foot putt.
There's a lot of fairways and greens.
And Lisa is allowed to move this, but she doesn't want to. The marshal's there. We tell her you can move it. It's not part of the permanent course equipment. She says no thank you. She's already set up. She's got her foot in there.
Oh.
Her caddy's back here. He's upset about it. He wanted her to move the boat.
I wouldn't have moved the boat either.
You wouldn't have?
No. Would you have moved the boat?
Probably, yes.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have. Dang. That's 2 tree hits right in a row for Lisa.
Lisa slings it down the fairway, and she's by the basket for a bogey. Now I have really nothing but a disc-sized gap to get up there. Don't make it very far, so...
Caught a little twig.
38-footer. Henna from 50 for birdie. Looked like a layup.
Yeah.
In this kind of wind, sometimes par is strokes on folks.
Definitely.
So there's no shame in just laying up a short putt. I try to save par, but hyzer left. Now I've got a 25-foot bogey putt. Anniken does as well.
Ooh.
And she makes it, left side. I love it when it spins around the cage like that.
Like a toilet bowl.
Well, that was a weird reference, but okay.
But was I wrong?
No.
In for the bogey. I think that what's crazy about the wind is I feel like even bogeys sometimes are strokes on folks when you've got weather like this. Because, spoiler alert, the wind does not let up.
Lisa in for a 5 here on hole 6, and Henna will take a 3.
I mean, you made it a good amount of holes without a blemish. Well done.
Thank you. Hole 7, par 3, 316 feet. The only OB you'll see is right there on the left. Just follow this dirt road all the way up to the basket with the lazy hyzer finish, and you've got yourself a drop-in birdie. Otherwise, a lot of shots are going to take an inner route, not necessarily misfires. There's just several different lanes you can work with. You'll see a couple hyzer skips, maybe some long putts. Otherwise, you do not want to hit early. That makes it very tough to scramble for par. Henna Blomroos up first. Hits a tree on the right side and kicks right into the woods. There is no OB on the right side, so she'll be okay over there. And I hit early, make it about 75 feet off the tee. I love Anniken's winter mitt. Anniken hits the same tree, and she kicks left side out of bounds.
I also had my mittens today.
Lisa Fajkus has seen 3 tree hits on the right side right off the tee. Doesn't matter, laces it. She gets up there. Henna's over here in the, wouldn't necessarily call it rough. It's fairly open over there. She confirms there's no OB and decides she's going to play down the right side.
Yeah, the only thing on the right side of the fairway is the spectator rope because we come over by, what is it, hole 15's fairway? Anniken, after the OB stroke, a patent pending, and she does get a good distance up the right side.
I just pick up the same disc and just try to make the shot I should have made from the tee.
Well done. Not a lot of extra ground play, so that was nice.
This will be Henna's 3rd shot. You can see it's really open over here on the right side. She does kick a tree on the way there. Bit of frustration showing. Lisa for birdie.
Nice little touch approach shot. Maybe trying to give it a chance, but hard to be upset with that outcome.
Anniken pitches up. Henna knew out of her hand that putt was not on line. I was able to save par after a rough tee shot that dropped short. Henna will take a 5 here on hole 7. Anniken will also take a 5. And Lisa Fajkus with a stress-free drop-in par.
Hole 8, par 3, 299 feet. We have an island across the pond here. Home of the 8 holes. I don't know what direction the wind was going when you guys played it. For us, it felt like our own little mini hurricane.
All of it.
All 4 of us, I think, had different winds. So
all the directions.
I don't even have a good suggestion for you, but make it to the island. Avoid these 2 barrier trees on the left and right side. And you can see the white line on the right, so some people will make it across and be on the ground, but still not be on the island. If you miss, there is a death putt drop zone.
Didn't get a good follow through on my shot. I wasn't sure if it would make it. Yes.
That's such a good feeling. I know there was wind. It's so hard to see it on camera. For yours, it looked so calm.
It wasn't.
I know.
I like double disked up. Lisa Fajkus with a hyzer shot moving left. Just a bit short. She'll have to proceed to the drop zone.
Ooh, this is a great shot from Henna. Good stability. Great line. And she is on the island putting for birdie. I'm happy to see now that it's the weekend, the people from last year, the family that comes, and they've got these big green flags that they twirl around.
The wind really picks up right before Anniken's
Oh,
shot.
come on.
And she lands just a bit short. She will also proceed to the drop zone with Lisa.
So as you can see, the drop zone angle is very aggressive.
And Lisa's not really a person that lays up a lot of putts, so she's being strategic today. She lays that up.
Good bid from Anniken.
Nice loft.
Yeah. Give it a chance, but a lot of players who will run this end up back in the water. Woohoo! Nice
My
birdie
first
putt.
birdie of the week there. Been
Oh,
visiting the drop zone the other days.
That's fair.
Henna for birdie. It's in.
Very nice to see 2 birdies on the card. Anniken in for the bogey. And after the no mess around layup from Lisa, she will also tap in a bogey.
This crowd and the crowd at the Des Moines Challenge
Oh, at hole
have
6,
to be my favorite.
The hive?
Yes.
The Hy-Vee hive? Yeah.
Welcome back, Ace Runners. Hole 9, par 4, 400 feet. You're throwing uphill from a nice deck tee pad. Your tee shot can be aggressive. Push over the hill. You want to at least make it to the blue tee. If you've got the shot shaping ability, getting around the corner, going down the hill would be premium. However, most of the players are just going to land in a good position at the top. And if the wind allows it and the positioning, you can send it into the green for a birdie 3. Otherwise, just get up, pitch it down the hill, and pitch it over and take a 4. And I hit early on the left side. Did that yesterday as well. Next up, Henna.
You can kind of see in the pond on the background that it did sprinkle a little bit today, but we never had to deal with any major rain.
Henna kicks a tree and moves into the men's new fairway. It's actually a really nice position for her. It's perfectly lined up with the basket.
Yeah.
Lisa puts an Annie angle on hers.
Nice little nudge from the tree on the right side. And she got enough past the crest of the hill that she'll probably be able to see the basket. Anniken with an early release on the right side. Didn't quite see how it finished.
I decide to punch a Mako around the corner and see what happens.
Good to be on the edge.
You can't see the landing.
No, you cannot.
I kind of like that.
Anniken did get kicked into this open area that's kind of behind the 8 holes and in between 9's fairway. And then she doesn't make it out on her first pitch out. So on her second attempt, she does make it back to the fairway.
And Henna could get all the way to the green, but that's not necessary. Just a nice safe shot over the hill.
Good angle control on that.
It was. Lisa could also get all the way to the green, but she decides to be smart and she just lays it up short of the basket.
That is casual water before you get to the area that the bridge is crossing.
Anniken decides to lay it up as well. I cannot lay it up because this is my
please tell
third
me you
shot.
go for it. Yes. Love it. Just high enough.
I needed to get over to get a par.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you've got the distance putting. You probably can still get the par from the other side, but I know what you mean. Oh,
Anniken skips off the brick and now she's in a new relief area.
yeah, that orange is not OB, and it doesn't play as a hazard either. It is just relief.
Lisa pitches up.
Almost looked like a little half bid.
I mean, she laid up the last putt, so
True.
she had to go maybe a little halfer on this one. Henna with a nice floaty upshot. And they didn't actually give us ruling for this relief zone. Normally you have to go back, but going further back is out of bounds in the water. So since we took too long to talk about it, Anniken decided just to stand in it.
And I did hear someone saying that I think they said you play it like OB in the sense of where you cross just
Yes.
without the stroke.
But the TDs normally has to specifically...
They have to specify it,
Yes.
yes.
And we didn't hear that, so we didn't want to play it incorrectly. So
Yes.
for the sake of efficiency, she just stood in there. I tap in the par, and Lisa taps in the par. And Anniken will take a 5 here on hole 9.
A 6.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, because
You're right.
Par 4.
You're right.
That's going to wrap up our front 9. Holly, only player under par on this card. Well done. Definitely a tough one for Anniken. But the wind is ruthless today. It is interesting to see how players are going to adapt on the leaderboard here. Kristen currently in first place, Evelina, Haley King, and Owen, the only other players even or under par currently. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you want to support me, my jerseys are still live with Under Par apparel, or you can get one of my Tour Series convicts on the Dynamic Disc website.
And if you would like to check out some CBD products, head on over to pharmacbd.com. Use code HOLLY for 20% off all products all the time. Also want to say thank you to all the Patreon subscribers out there. And thank you to Ace Run Pro for filming the FPO chase card. We will see you on the back 9. Look at its hair.
Oh, I thought that was a hat.
Is it?